Hello, I'm Cabinet, and welcome to the 8th Pokemon X podcast.
And by your powers combined, I am Earth's greatest hero, Recon Die.
And with us here this week is somebody who I bet you're all waiting to see back, who joined us before, and we've been bugging him to get back ever since.
Hi everybody, it's Rick.
Wait, I thought we were getting that other guy back.
No.
The guy who screams all the time.
I could try screaming. Rawr. No.
Can you scream about My Little Pony? And how,
Rainbow Dash is awesome.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't have much enthusiasm.
You're a better. Okay, let's go.
Recon just likes you better because you chose Rainbow Dash instead of Applejack. I'm over rarity man myself. As usual, Lance isn't here, so we brought Rick in because why the hell not?
I'm cooler anyway.
That's basically how anything that has to do with me and Rick. Like that's my attitude towards it. Why the hell not?
Well, I'd just like to start off this one by plugging the Minecraft server again. If you just got Minecraft and you're interested in joining our server, we just started a new map, so you can come in and do stuff. Just make sure to PM me with your name for the whitelist.
Although we might have to restart that map again, maybe when 1.9 comes out.
Maybe. I'm on the fence. We'll know soon enough.
Oh, tomorrow or today, depending on when people listen to this.
Yeah, I don't know when Notch is planning to update. I heard a Monday. Could be a Wednesday. It's Notch, He might leak it again.
Well, at least, with the current map, we've got... We took some stuff from our old map and brought it over into our new one. I'm sure a lot of people who are already on the server have noticed. We brought Shea Cabinet over, and I've already started renovating it cabinet to try and finish it off, because I couldn't before because I had computer problems, and then we switched to a new map, and then we didn't have Shea Cabinet anymore. I brought the Pokemon X logo back over, which is now floating over the start point, the giant Pokeball.
Mm-hmm.
We brought the Dong back over.
And it's sitting in glorious Dong Cabtropolis.
Dong Cabtropolis.
Yeah, I always call it Dongton. Memories,
Yeah. Good times.
Good times in Dongton.
And I also brought the museum back, which I tried to put some of the paintings up, but because of that weird lighting glitch that makes certain things like signs and paintings and
all that, yeah.
some other stuff I can't remember. The chests makes them turn black or really dark. I couldn't tell if I had some of the right paintings up.
I think that might be fixed in 1.9. See, one of the main reasons is that we might have to move is because snow biomes. I'll tell you, if
I wish some of those paintings were a bit better, just in the way they generate,
Yeah, well, I always switch from texture pack to texture pack, so they don't really bother me too much. But what I was going to say was, if we do end up moving, I think I'll try. I'm not saying anything. I might even move, so don't go all, why are you doing this, cabinet? But if we do move, we'll take over like the starting off town. We'll try and keep some stuff, but that's if we are. I don't know yet.
I remember to let, for me and you to create the start point and everything first, that way.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to do a thing where, all the maps were, I was going to make it so nobody could make maps, and we would make maps for everyone, but all the maps would be, basically, because when Notch does that thing, when we have it where we can put maps on the walls as paintings, I was going to have, one big map where, the edge of one was the edge of the other one, so that they didn't overlap, so we could have, a giant wall that showed the islands and everything.
Yeah, that'd be pretty nice, but you have to remember we're dealing with Notch here, so he promised that back in 1.6, wasn't it?
Well, I have faith in Notch. He really cares about the game.
Well, yeah, he does, but he's just slow on putting things in. I mean, when was Hunger revealed? And we got it on 1.8,
Oh, Have you seen food dispensers inside the Pokeball?
Yeah, I liked I liked the diamond and gold dispensers that were out of order. My favorite was the love dispenser, and I did feel like something had pierced my heart when I had started it up. So,
It's my love, so it hurts.
um, but to move on, if you own, we're gonna try and market Nintendo here for a second. If you own a DSi or DSi XL or 3DS, if from the 28th of September, you can download Zelda Four Swords for free.
Yay.
Um, it's only available though, so it's only available for a limited time. So you better get your running shoes on and get to your console because you only have till 20th of February of next year.
I do recommend though that if you are that you're going to have to go fast.
Well, yes, you do. You have got to go fast. You've got to go fast. You've got to go faster, faster. Gotta go fast.
Oh crap! That reminds me. Did I already tell you that Rozek had sent me a text?
Yeah, you told me this last night, but
I was going to upload the picture he wanted me to show you.
yes. Do you want to maybe describe it? But we'll post in the thread when it's.
Well, I need to. I'm going to. Well, while we're doing the podcast, I'm going to try and upload it to PhotoBucket, and I'll send you a link.
But why don't you describe to everybody before what it is?
Rozek, well, I guess he is still a friend, but he used to be a really good friend of mine before he kind of disappeared off the face of the planet. He had heard the podcast where we were talking about the Buddies movies, like Scary Buddies, Snow Buddies, Santa Buddies, whatever. And,
basically, the worst films ever made.
Yeah, and he had sent me
next to Dragon Wars.
He had sent me. He had been at the store or something, and he saw a 3-foot doll of one of the buddies in costume from Scary Buddy. He took a picture, and he sent it to me and told me to send it to Cabinet. So I am going to save this.
So if you later on, if you hear me going into a blind rage, it'll be because that picture has come true. You just don't know until it's all laughing. Gatorbite was joking with me on Twitter oh, space buddies, blah blah blah, but you don't realize how bad the film is until you watch it. I mean, I'm by no means a film connoisseur, but it's no, I know this is just bad. This is bad. Oh God. It actually annoys me how bad it is. But
yeah, a film that bad, I just look at it and I'm not even gonna try to watch something like that.
No, but the thing is, but I love watching bad movies. I just love them because I like laughing at them. But there's nothing to laugh at. It's another the only I've it's the second film I've seen that I just can't even joke about it. It's just that bad. The first was Twilight.
That bad or that good?
It didn't get good until Jacob came in and started. I'm gonna try. I got half an hour in. Me and my friends got half an hour in, and
then your eyes started bleeding, and
we got this is
your
great.
friends were speaking in tongues.
Team Edward, Team Edward, Team Edward.
To sufficiently be able to watch Twilight is with the riff tracks playing.
I'd love to get that. I really would. They're better men than me. If they're able to get through it and actually joke. The only bit I could get through was I got to the point where they're in the science class, and Bella, that's her name. She pulls this face that I can only describe as "I'm going to rape the hell out of you." That's the face that she pulled, and it was just like we rewinded like 5 or 6 times and just watched that like little bit of a scene like over and over again just to laugh at it, and then it just got dull. Then it just got like nope. I think the main reason is that it just has this. It just has this. I really hate the blue tint it has over it the whole time. Is this really bad blue tint? And that image is after coming through. Oh my good god! You know what's bad? You know what's the worst? I know it's exactly which dog it is. It's the jock one. It's the one that's like, oh hey, I'm football, baseball, dog. Oh good god, I hate that. That said though, if you took the stuff off it, it would actually look half decent.
There's another one.
Oh great, I have two.
Huh.
And the second picture just looks apologetic. It just looks like, why do you hate me?
I'm sorry for making these movies.
This Halloween movie isn't a trick. Come watch it.
Oh.
It's a treat.
Now that I see this image, like it looks like it was taken at the Best Buy that Rozek works at.
Razak, I am so sorry. I could not work in a place that had that thing staring at me the whole time.
Yeah, it might eventually jump up and just start tearing your neck out.
But it'd be super cool, guys. Yeah. Oh no, it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, what I would want to go on about was how Space Buddies ties into Irish history.
What?
No. See, because if we did that, we'd be talking for ages. But I think we can move on to our next subject now, unless you want to add anything to it.
Not really. I accidentally closed the script, so I have no idea what's going on. Oh, here we go.
Always professional, all the time.
So I guess it's time for Stop We Go!
We kind of gimped out in this one this week because we really didn't get anything. So
we should save that first topic for the third. That way, because it's going to be the longer one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But okay, yeah. So we'll move on to our two smaller stuff we got. Rick, do you want to take the lead in this?
Sure. This week, I got a hold of a game that I didn't actually know was out until I
We're nerds.
actually saw it in the store.
Always getting video games.
I love video games. What?
So do I. That's why we're always getting video games. That's how our news is up.
I got video games. Anyway, go on.
Yeah. This one is Disgaea 4. I don't know if any.
So who's this guy? Who's this guy?
What?
Is this guy?
His name's Afor. This guy, Afor.
Oh right.
Disgaea.
One
One word.
And what's the guy's name?
That's that lolly.
Anyways.
So anyway, this guy.
Yes, this guy. It's a strategy RPG series from this group called Nipponichi.
Is it actually strategy though? I thought it was just like attack.
No, it's strategy. I mean, it's a bit like Final Fantasy Tactics, you know? Yeah. You move the character.
Can I make be like an engineer?
Huh?
Can I make Laharl be an engineer?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. Could probably equip him with some guns.
Never mind.
But basically most of what Nipponichi makes is strategy RPGs like this, and Disgaea is just their most popular series. And this is the 4th installment, and
Really? I didn't get
yeah.
that from the name.
Yeah. But
Crap, I'm behind that.
I don't know.
I still got the first 3 to play.
I've only just started, so I can't really say much about it. I mean, it's the graphics have improved a lot, and
So,
some of the
what
attacks.
can I
crazy.
ask, like, what's this on? Is this on, like...
It's on PlayStation 3.
Oh, okay.
You have one of those, don't you, Kevin?
I do, but it's broken. The laser disc went out. The laser disc reader went out in it.
Wait, did you restart a game like that crashed or that froze by pressing the off button?
Nope.
Because I had a friend who did that, and that's how their laser thing broke from trying to restart it.
Huh.
No, I hadn't touched it in weeks. The last game I had played was Just Cause 2, and that never crashed on me.
Is yours one of the newer ones or the?
Oh no,
older,
mine
like,
was
60?
mine was a launch one.
Oh, okay,
Nice.
nice, very nice. Just wondering because I don't know. I've got one of the 80 gigs, which are almost as good as the 60 gigs as far as how well they work.
But they're not backwards compatible.
Yeah, that was
they
the main.
they're kind of backwards compatible. I mean, they work great with PS1 games, but
That was actually my main reason for not getting another PlayStation 3, because I want one that's backwards compatible. Because
yeah,
I've got a load of PlayStation 2 games that I love. I mean, my favorite series, Time Splitters. I could get it on Xbox, but I hate it on Xbox. I just no, it's just for me, it's just not right.
well,
But
everything's worse than Xbox. But
Them's fat in words, Rick.
oh, the 60 gig ones, from what I know, are the best for playing PS2 as far as the PS3s go, because they're actually backwards compatible. The 80 gig ones just kind of have a weird simulator on them, and some
Yeah.
PS2 games don't work.
So what's the plot of Disgaea? This guy,
Disgaea games usually deal with the
This guy.
world, and they're usually playing a demon lord of some sort who's out to basically rule the universe.
is Laharl the mid boss?
No, mid boss is the mid boss.
They're really inventive with their names.
Like I said, I haven't gotten very far in number 4, so I don't know much about its plot exactly. But the previous games have all dealt with the demon world, and they're usually they usually try to expand a bit more on the world of Disgaea.
I've seen the anime that was based off, I think, the first game, and the impression I got was that it's about lolly demons and angels fighting lolly demon lords who are surrounded by penguins.
Not exactly. I mean, if you take it from those 3 characters, then yeah. But the entire Disgaea universe is it's pretty expansive, and each game has a different set of main characters. So.
And you can find out more about it at lollypenguins.com. I don't even know that's a real website. Don't go there if you find something you don't want to see. Well, I recently got Dragon Age Monsters Joker 2, or Dragon Age Monsters 2 Joker. I'm not really sure where the 2 goes.
Dragon Age?
No, I'm sorry, Dragon... I don't know, cause Dragon Age, I don't know why I'm thinking... Dragon Quest Monsters.
You said Dragon Age.
I'm sorry, I don't know why. I get them confused because they both have dragon in the title, and they're both about...
Ages.
Similar.
So this is the one where the
Except
crossover
Quest
with
is better.
Batman, right?
Yes. But Dragon Quest Monsters Joker 2, whatever, sorry.
You're ruining my script. You know that?
You ruin your script.
I can't put up with this anymore.
I can't put up with this anymore. I'm going to pretend like my computer broke down so I don't have to do the podcast anymore.
You know what I did over the past section? I drew a posh guy saying my word.
It's too bad we don't get the handwritten script. I think that would be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's just it's just illegible.
It's a pretty good game though. I mean, it's Pokemon-ish, but not Pokemon, because you capture these monsters and you make them fight for you. But I mean, as far as basically the whole point is to breed them or synthesize them to make stronger monsters.
So it's like the hardcore Pokemon audience then.
Somewhat.
So it's a bit like the old Dragon Quest monsters.
Yeah.
Basically.
Basically, you've got two, and you get like a new monster, like a completely new one when you breed them.
Right.
Like you can breed a slime with a tree stump, and I think you get like a fire creature or something. I don't know. I'm not sure. It doesn't make sense logically, and you just keep fighting and keep breeding and keep leveling them up till you have something that takes on the bosses, and then you move on to other areas. And
So is the other version of this game called Dragon Quest Monsters Cyclone?
no, I wish. Although mine really wants Joker Pro, which is apparently like the same game but with better monsters and other features.
Huh.
Can I just ask, what system is this on?
This is on the Game Boy. I think DS, not 3DS, even though it works in the 3DS, but just the DS.
Okay. By the way, joining my posh man is a cat.
Ah.
The random doodlings of Cabinet can be seen at lollypenguins.com. I think register that.
You know what? For a part of my course, I have to do a web page, so I know what it's going to be now.
Lolly penguins. That's gonna piss off that guy who said anime was porn for fat people.
Yeah, if you don't follow me on Twitter or whatever, this guy, we were doing some class, computer programming. The teacher wasn't there for one class, so we were just on the computers, and somebody just shouts out, "You're watching anime, are you? Anime is just porn for fat people."
God.
And I had to laugh because I was just like, he just shouted out, like nobody knew like what anybody was going on about.
The fact that he thinks it's porn means that he's somewhat attracted to it, and it's all anime. Then that means stuff like Dragon Ball Z, Goku wrestling around with Piccolo, turns him on.
Hey man,
Stay away.
Those green dudes, you know.
Once you go green, you never go back.
Gangrene.
You know they can regrow themselves.
Ooh.
Oh my god, somebody shoot me.
Cabinet. I was an anime.
I wish I was an anime.
I was a joke about some guy.
Oh, there's this guy who came on.
He probably, I don't want to piss him off if he listens, but
I'll
nice guy, he means well.
Yeah, but it was just the way he said it. He came out into our Xbox Live party and he asked us. He was talking about Star Wars or something, and me and Recon were in the Minecraft server, so we were talking on text then, and he came across with something along the lines of they were talking about Star Wars.
Let's not go into too much detail because then he might figure out we're talking about him. I don't want to make him that guy. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, you know he is. I'm just saying what happened, like to give background to the.
But yeah, let's end that joke though.
Oh.
But as far as stuff we got, also I was going over with the guy at GameStop.
You're going over the guy at GameStop?
Yes.
This guy?
Or? over my reserves for like the
Are you
next
Piccolo?
my reserves till the end of the year, and I've got quite a bit coming to me. I got
You, apparently the GameStop guy now.
I've got the Halo anniversary. I'm gonna go reserve Saints Row the Third pretty soon.
Thank you.
But let's see. I've got Lego Harry Potter, and the Lego games are fun. They're just really an easy 1,000 gamer points, but they do have some fun to them. I'm getting the years 5 through 7 one. What else am I getting? Eco collector's thing or whatever it is. That has Shadow of the Colossus HD.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was one of the things. That the Metal Gear Solid collection and the Silent Hill collection.
Why don't I get those? But yeah, that's about what all I really have to say about. Oh well, no, we got the other thing.
No, we've got more stuff that we got. Well, you too.
They got, but okay. In Oklahoma right now, which is where Rick and I both live. They recently, they're still having their state fair, which I think ends Sunday, which is the day we're recording. So by Monday, when you guys hear this, it'll be over with. Rick and I, the thing was, I was supposed to go with a bunch of people from school, but since it was kind of last minute, nobody could really make it. So I called Rick and I was like, "Hey Rick, what are you doing tomorrow?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm not doing anything." I was like, "You want to go to the fair tomorrow?" And this was Saturday, which means I was asking him if he wanted to go Sunday to the fair. And Rick's like, "I'm already at the fair." Like, "I'll be right there." And so I went to the Great State Fair of Oklahoma from the commercials.
Yeah.
And went there and hung out with them. And the thing about the fair, which I'm going to send this picture to you, Cabinet, is if you've ever been to a state fair in America, they have the most horrible food. Well, I guess it's tasty, but it's like the most horrible combinations of food known to man. Here, Cabinet, check out that photo I just linked you to.
They're amazing.
And I want you to list off these foods.
I think I'm gonna get sick. It's okay. Okay, we'll start off in the beginning. Bacon wrapped chicken strips on a stick. Okay, that actually sounds pretty nice. And it comes with some chips or fries or whatever. Now we're getting into the sickening bit. Chocolate covered bacon.
That is delicious.
No, that cannot be.
I actually tried that. It was amazing.
It's like if you're eating pancakes with bacon and some of your syrup gets on your bacon. It's kind of like that.
It is really amazing stuff. Seriously.
I know I would never try that. I'm not a man to shirk away from food, but no. Beer. Okay, we're getting a bit. This is the last good one. I'm only halfway through. Beer battered deep fried bacon. Now it sounds disgusting, but it's on the list. On the list, it's the best. It's the second best one there. Then, for dessert, you can have
chocolate bacon was the dessert.
The only way it could be dessert if it was deep fried. But like the deep fried peaches and cream.
Next one really disturbed me.
Yeah, I like the way that every other thing has a little picture accompanying it, except for this one, which just has like a picture of a turkey.
Or a pissed off turkey.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because it's pissed off because they're deep fried, really mad turkey nads.
Yep. I don't know what it is with rednecks and eating the testicles of other animals, but it seems to be very popular.
I was about to ask. That's not getting lost in translation. That is what I think it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Turkey testicles, deep fried, probably battered as well. And what I don't get about this, okay?
I feel sorry for the turkey if they're battered.
We beat the turkey up, then we take its blood. But no, it's like, okay, the testicles produce sperm. Anybody who knows anything about anything knows that.
Really? I wasn't aware.
When you eat them, you gotta think there's still gotta be kind of some in the testicles, maybe. So basically, you're eating the
Gooey center.
other animal. It's like it's filled, but I mean, like there's gotta be some produced in there that have remained in there after the killing, and you're eating the semen of other animals when you eat these testicles, and it just makes me think that these like really kind of wannabe macho, homophobic redneck guys. It's like,
So what are you eating? I'm just eating my balls.
I love testicles in my mouth. It's like I don't.
It's an explosion of flavor.
Like, get away from me, Queerbo! I'm eating my testicles. Now the
Okay, this is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard. It's up there with the chocolate-covered bacon, but it's still pretty disgusting.
I don't know. Turkey balls pretty much does it for me on disgusting right now.
No, I can't have chocolate-covered anything. Not even chocolate-covered corn dogs.
yeah, and look at how they look. You know what that is on the chocolate on the corn dogs?
It's sprinkles, isn't it?
Yes.
Yep.
Meanwhile, if you went to the
Sounds delicious.
meanwhile, if you went to the
This is on-
national,
Like
if you went to if you're from Ireland and you went to the national ploughing championships that were taking part this weekend, you could have got a choice of potatoes, 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 or potatoes.
they had potatoes there as well. Chocolate covered potato nads.
Oh, that sounds.
But
Oh.
I did okay. They had deep fried garlic mashed potatoes on a stick, and I actually ate those. I mean, I try and eat things each year that. I mean, I would never eat the turkey nads, but I mean, like stuff that I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna try that once, and then I always go home with like severe chest pains. But I tried deep fried mashed potatoes, and what it was because Captain and I had talked about this at one point, and like how they do it.
Like it's not that it's not that tough. Like I mean, like it's common enough over here, to have something like that. Yeah.
They batter it and then deep fry it.
Oh well, then okay, that's a bit different, but.
I also tried deep fried macaroni and cheese, which was actually pretty good because it's just like macaroni and cheese with kind of a breaded shell.
You know what? I'm reminded of that episode. I think it was King of the Hill where I think it was Boomhauer and Dale. Not Dale. Maybe it was Dale. They just started deep frying everything they could find. They just got like a bucket of pure oil or whatever and just dunked it there.
Yeah.
But I had gotten a sample plate that had like a little bit of everything from that one shop, and it was deep fried mashed potatoes, deep fried mac and cheese. There was only like two things in that, like 2 bowls of mashed potatoes, which are about.
I thought you were going to talk about the turkey.
Also, they had deep fried ravioli and deep fried manicotti.
Yeah, I was actually interested in the ravioli. Was it any good?
It was okay, but it was cheese ravioli. I would have preferred.
Why do you have to deep fry everything?
I don't know.
I mean, I thought this is actually a new level of disgusting. Like, as for chocolate covered, blah blah. Like, I thought it was bad when I went to Atlanta. There was there was cheesecake, except it was actually cheese on the cake. And I thought that was bad, but this is a whole new level.
Cheese as well.
Deep fried cheesecake with cheese.
Well, I don't know. They probably had deep fried cheesecake, but they also had deep fried Twinkies.
Hey, if they have deep fried peaches and cream,
yeah,
I would not put it past them.
Cabinet deep fried Snickers bars.
I wanted to try one of those. I didn't.
Yeah, they're actually. I'm not going to say anything about that because they're actually pretty common over here.
Oh. Deep fried Twinkies.
Twinkies are disgusting, and I don't know how anybody can touch them.
I actually tried that. It wasn't half bad, but like the cream on the inside kind of wasn't cream anymore, or it kind of baked while it was deep frying.
Sure, you weren't eating the turkeys.
I figure if you ate like a freshly deep fried Twinkie, the cream would be like liquid lava.
No.
I can't even. I tried. I had a Twinkie there. A friend came back from America, same one that got me the shark in a jar. They handed me a Twinkie. Just said, "Here, try that," and I got through like a quarter of it, and I just couldn't do it because oh my god, it was disgusting.
I'm not a Twinkie person. I'm not like a candy or cake person. I'll eat like a slice of cake or pie every once in a while, but like mostly even if it's just fruit pie. But I cannot eat like Twinkies and cookies and stuff.
Yeah, my preferred snack food's usually yogurt. You know.
I can't. I stick to Pringles. Is my personal thing, which are just like what do you call them in America?
Pringles.
Pringles.
Oh, do you have Pringles over there?
Yeah.
We have Pringles. Pringles are
I'm not-
delicious.
I'm not sure because there's a lot of stuff that I thought was was over there in America, like
The pre-processed potato chips that are all the same shape and come in a tube that
yeah.
and you get like maybe 3 or 4 of them that actually are completely whole.
Yeah.
No, I've always had good experience with them. I find that all of them are fine.
Lance also has good experiences with the cans.
with long cylindrical tubes.
But let's see. They also had deep fried Oreos.
Oh, good God.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I wanted to try those.
What was one of the weirdest things you saw, Rick?
So
Honestly, probably would be the turkey balls. That creeped me out pretty bad.
so hold on. Can I just like ask a question? So you guys, all Americans go to these like state fairs to just like have heart attacks, is it?
Well, it's not.
Yes.
It's not just for the food. The food is a like part of it. I mean, I go to try certain things, but they also have like,
Very dangerous rides.
right.
So again, heart
So,
attacks.
so it's like it's like so it's not like a farmer's market. It's like
It is. There's
fairground.
farmers market part. There's like they have like cow showings and horse showings and pig showings and like judgings and it is like an old fashioned state fair as far as that goes.
But they also have like rides like you can go on.
Yeah, like
Yes.
really crappy roller coaster rides and fun houses, and they have like the usual games where you throw a ball at some glued down bottles.
I remember last farmers market I went to. I ended up coming home with about 5 pellet guns.
Nice.
Mm.
You stole them from the carnies.
You nearly could though because like you could get like these. They were really tiny. Like they were literally like about 3 inches by 2.
What are
Like
the ones that they have attached to the machines that you're supposed to like shoot things on?
yeah, just chunk off.
See you later.
Uh,
Thanks for the prize.
No, but they were like these things, right? And I'm a stick figure, right? They had these. They were given like they're more or less giving away these. I'm a stick figure, right? And had these like test your strength things. And if you hit the bell, you would get one of these things. And you would literally like if a butterfly landed on the hammer place, it would just go flying up and hit it.
That's a heavy butterfly.
No, but it was really that light, and like that's like 5 years ago.
Those games, I look at the prizes and I'll be like, I don't want a giant stuffed banana. I'm not going to do that game. Even if I could easily win it, I'm just looking at the prize going, it's not worth it. There's no one
I
I
would.
would give that to.
See,
I don't want it.
Only game I was really interested in was the Dunk the Clown game, and just because I really loved watching people actually get him dunked.
Yeah, we were watching that for a while going, oh, come on. Oh, so close. And then finally, it's like, oh, right, yeah.
They actually do those? I'm actually.
Yep.
Wow.
And he sits there, and it's always like the same voiced guy. It could be the same guy each year, but he's always got the same voice where he's like, "Come on, you can't hit me. You've got no chance. You got the
That's the scariest clown I've heard, and I'm reading through it right now.
Come on, come up here. Get 3 balls for $2. You can dunk me. Come on. You can do better than that.
God, I'm terrified.
That hurt. Ugh.
Uh, I think we can move on from now since we're.
Well, I've got a couple more things to say about
Oh, do you? Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Oh, excuse me. Come on.
this year. I kept track, and I ran into about 17 lesbian couples. Well, I didn't run into. I saw.
Really?
You literally ran into them.
Yes. Oh, sorry about that.
Ladies.
Ladies, any of you ever been penetrated? I have to do that in the Quagmire voice since it's a Quagmire quote. But there were about there were a ton of pregnant women, which made me think: are they eating these foods, and then their children are going to become mutated just by the food alone?
You see.
Well, how do you think we produce carnies?
Damn it.
And there were about um, over. Well, I kind of lost track but it was like over 10 pregnant girls who looked at least younger than 15. And I was like, it's Oklahoma. I shouldn't be that surprised. We have a pretty high teen pregnancy rating. But oh man, there's a bunch of just little kids wandering around whose parents weren't even watching them.
Yeah.
One kid almost came up and almost killed Rick with a fan. Not a fan, a Japanese paper umbrella.
Yeah.
And mom comes up, it's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And then I looked and I saw Rick was bleeding for some reason, on his arm. She's like, "Oh, did my kid do that?" And I was like, "No." And then they're going, "Yes, he."
I do hate that though. That happened when I was working in my old place. I worked in a shop, and whenever there was something on in the pub, the pub was if there was this function room beside it, so if there was christening or a birthday party or whatever.
At a pub.
Yeah.
What?
It's Ireland. It's Ireland.
Of course.
Well,
so
to your birth, here's some whiskey.
they actually the holy water that they dunk the child into is actually just pure vodka. But they so the most annoying thing.
Water now, is it? It's like, well, it makes me see spirits.
But they just send the kids up with I'll never forget this. This kid comes up, right? He gets a bottle of Lucozade, a line bar, and a packet of Match Attacks, which is just this soccer trading cards. And he comes up to me and he goes, I scan it through and I go, "How much money do you have now?" And he throws up 8 cents. And I just said, "I'm sorry, but you don't have enough for all of these." "Oh, okay, I'll put the Lucozade back then." He just didn't get that he didn't have any money. But then there's ones that are just really annoying. They're just they come up and then they buy one thing and then go off down the shop and then buy another thing and then go off down the shop and buy another thing and then go off oh, it's annoying. That's why I hate working in retail.
But you'll have no choice until after college.
Exactly. I'm actually applying for stuff right now.
But yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about the fair. That's about it.
I don't know. It was fun. I got horribly sunburned.
Are you still pretty bad? Because
well, I mean,
bad yesterday.
It doesn't really hurt, but I mean, yeah, I'm definitely still pretty sunburned.
I'm in a frozen lemonade, and I was talking about dumping it on Rick, and then the ice hits him first, the coldness, and he's like, ah, but then the lemon juice hits his son. It's like, ah.
And welcome, Lance, back in.
My little pony! Hello, Applejack! Bisexual monkeys! Thank you, Lance.
I think we'll move on now then to the last section. But before we move on, I'd like to tell you what I doodled there. I doodled a little potato, and underneath is the caption "Spud of the Year." Ended off with a little heart. I don't know why.
Doodling during podcasts. I'm starting to worry about you.
I can't even draw. Okay, so we'll move on to the last section, which is questions and shit.
Yeah.
We,
Looking at some of these.
yeah, we got a lot of questions this week.
There's 3 questions directed at me from a JB2448.
Mhm.
I don't know. The last 2 of them are just kind of like, wow. Okay. The first one is, will the green team ever be explained?
No.
They're from
The
me, Rick.
the red herring.
Yeah, but not anytime soon. They're kind of, working in the shadows, and there will be more about them later, and they will be fully explained before the end of the comic.
Which, by current standards, will be about in
2052?
Shut up.
21. Well, think of it this way: you've been going on since what 2003? It's been 2003 really, and a month. So that's over 8 years now. 8 years and a month. So, and we've gotten what, the third badge? No, fourth badge.
Yeah. No.
Yep.
Wait. Yeah, 4.
Yeah. So
It's better than I was thinking.
Well, you see, the reason why it's not doing this is because you haven't updated in like a year, even though I clicked on it yesterday and seen that a new comic was up.
Yeah. I know it says that, I came here yesterday and it said the last comic was this date and now there's another one up, but it still says 2010. And I know I read the FAQ and it says ignore the date, but obviously you have not updated in a year.
Yeah, there are some people who really don't know, but then there's other ones who.
I started reading it yesterday. Please continue.
I know you've told me that there are some people, there are some genuine people who okay, they just don't know, and then there's some other people who are just completely arrogant about it.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, no, you haven't updated. I checked. No, I definitely updated. I did it yesterday. No, it was the same since last year. I know because I've been checking every day.
Yeah, one guy was like, dude, please update the Pokemon X comic. You haven't updated in over a year. I'm a huge fan of this comic. Now, if some stuff has come up and you simply can't do it right now, just say that. Please email me back. And all I did was send him the link to the FAQ. And I was like, it even links you to this on the contact page where it asks you not to email me about updates.
No. But
his reply was, okay, you're right. I probably should have read that. I will admit I can be ignorant. So he was pretty good about it. But most people aren't.
I know, but you've had other people. Had other people that you've been.
I'm going through old emails to see if I can find stuff. I mean, most people don't even email me back after I do that.
Are they still asking you for sprites?
No, actually they're not. That's pretty good.
Thank God.
Was Hamish was the last guy, was he?
Yeah.
Of course, after this podcast, they'll probably remember and start asking again.
Sprites from them, yay!
Free sprites. Recon can do my comic. I'll just write it and let all the gold come rolling in. Except Recon will write it, and I'll just have my name in it. So we'll move on to another question about the comic then.
Okay.
Again by JB2448. Are Recon and Wally still abducted, and are the current ones still fake?
Well, obviously.
Does it actually say me and Wally, or is it supposed to be Brendan and Wally?
Whoops.
That's Recon in the script.
I honestly, okay, the question, I guess, the fixed question would read, are Brendan and Wally still abducted?
Yeah.
Are the current ones still fake? And I have no idea what he's talking about. I seriously don't. I don't remember anything about Brendan and Wally being abducted. That ever happened? I can't remember. Do you guys remember anything that could be like construed as that?
Not
Well, there was that.
really.
Wasn't there that great? Wait, no, that was just an idea, wasn't it? It was the one where they all went to hell, and
Oh god.
that was a panda reference for all you
Yes.
people. um. So the question is, the answer to that question is basically what?
Maybe.
Well, obviously, everyone in the comic is just a pod person.
Spoilers, man. Spoilers.
I'm sorry.
Last time I tell you anything. But his third question, and I think this is kind of like the answer to this is obvious. I mean, was Halo's Recon armor named after Recon? And
Yes.
yeah, of course. I mean, Bungie loves me. No, it's actually named after the military term for whatever. Which, I mean, it's the same name as me.
which was derived from your name.
Well, I think they had it first before my dad
It's-
decided to,
it's-
ruin my life by naming me this.
It's the same reason why I was approached by IKEA and was asked, well, we have this thing that can store stuff, but we don't know what to call it. Can we name it after you?
And since people are always putting things inside you, we figured, hey,
You are truly an inspiration for us all. You are the master of
it's like
getting things put inside you.
we were going to call them lances, but that was already taken by the weapon that pierced people.
Oh, good God. And Rick was approached by
Rick Astley
yeah.
for his new moniker.
That-
You
that's
you replied
the-
when he was asking, he was just looking for some help, and you just replied to him that you would never ever give him up, that you were never ever going to let him down, that you were never going to turn around and desert him.
He was actually running from the police, and he made it to Rick's house, and he's like, please, don't let them know I'm here. He's like, don't worry, I'm never going to give you up. I'm never going to let you down. Now, I made some cake, so I'm going to turn around and give you some dessert. And he didn't remember it quite right, but he got a bit of it.
Oh
Uh,
God, I really hated Rickroll when it started up, just because Recon
I hate-
for one wouldn't stop bugging me with it.
I have to. I will. I hate. It's one of my points that I will instantly hate somebody if they do it. It applies to anybody who in 2011 who thinks that Chuck Norris jokes, the cake is a lie, Rick Roll, any worn out idiotic meme from 2005 is still funny. Any of those. People
I'm gonna keep
also
up with current memes.
also grouped in with everybody is people who use epic win, fail. Like, I don't mean like, haha, you. God's sake.
We're no strangers to love. You know that cake is a lie, and so do I.
Recon, I'm gonna buy a plane ticket to Oklahoma and just punch you.
We'll take it to the fair afterwards.
But I can't stand. No, I don't mind if you're using it ironically, like if you're using it like as a joke, like not as a joke as in that's the whole base of your joke. I don't mind if like like you're using it as a joke. Like me and my friends joke like, oh hey, like that's so epic, 360 no scopes when we're playing like Gears of War or Halo, or something like that. But because we know we're using it like ironically, but there's people who are literally like using it as their crux of the joke. It's like, no, go away. I hate you.
I didn't realize Epic was intended as a joke.
No, like epic. Like people who use like epic win. Grouped in with those people again are people who use internet acronyms in actual like speak. For example, if I go, Recon, that Rick roll was so funny, LOL.
I actually used kind of.
If I actually said that to you like that.
I used an internet meme to Rick the other day when I was eating the horrible food I like grabbed my chest and went.
But that's not. That's like an under the radar one. You know, that's not too bad. But there's just ones that have literally been worn out, and 12-year-olds are still picking them up and throwing them out like as if it's still funny.
Well, 12-year-olds are bound to do that, but
Oh well, yeah. Randa.
It's like walk
I think we'll move.
cheese
We'll move.
booth at the fair and be like, "Is this cake a lie?" I don't know what you're saying. Is it a lie? Can you shoot portals?
I
then
really
you
do.
punch him. That's about the only thing to do at that point.
He's like, "Well,
I
can't
mean,
shoot portals,
I love-
but that has nothing to do with this."
I love Port, but like, no, I can't stand you. Get away from me. But we'll move on before I launch into a Irish history-esque rant on it.
For some reason.
Like a rant that would be like my Irish history rants. It's a question that was directed to me. Well, I presume was directed to me. They were asking, do I ever plan on hosting a creative server?
I hope not.
Short answer, no.
Yeah.
Long answer is because no.
No.
Long answer is no, and here's 2 reasons why. 1, costs. I don't have the money to do this. 2, did you see what happened when we gave everybody creative?
Yeah.
Did you see what happened?
You guys can't be trusted.
If you want to see what happened, Shadow TJ on the his Minecraft name, but Quilt TJ, whatever. On the forums, he has posted 2 videos that he recorded of what happened. But if you don't want to watch videos or whatever, or you just don't care, I'll give you a short version. We had to restart that map about 5 times.
Yeah.
There was nothing left to blow up. Okay, so
guys were bastards.
yeah. I mean, we did it. We did a bit of it, but like, God, you guys just like.
We did it just you and me, but then we didn't really go that bad. We were just but then we reset the server afterwards, just put it back how it was.
Yeah. But and I don't know who that was asked by because their name wouldn't show up for some reason. So whoever you are, post in the thread or post on the message board in the server where it was asked.
Mission, maybe.
I will move on to general questions now, will we? Like questions that weren't directed to any of us.
Okay.
JCO asks, what is your favorite Pokemon?
Mine's Raichu. It always has been, like, since the beginning.
I remember when I joined, you had the Raichu avatar.
Yeah.
Because he's so self-Raichu.
I don't even know why anymore. I just always really liked Raichu. Never been a big fan of Pikachu, but I loved Raichu, so. He's always in one of my Pokemon teams. Sadly, not in black and white, because you can't actually get a Pikachu directly. But still.
Trade it in.
Yeah.
Trade in a Pichu. Recon? Or do you want to keep going, Rick?
No, I'm good.
Which
Okay.
cabinet?
Mine, okay. Mine would have to be Porygon Z. I always
Z.
I loved Porygon, and then I didn't like Porygon 2, but then Porygon Z he was really good, and I liked having him as a part of my team on.
Ridiculous looking.
I like it. I like his design. I do. I don't know why.
He's not the worst design from that game. I mean, there was a lot to complain about.
Yeah.
Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah, but Porygon Z was my favorite. And he was. I just had this. He was like the cornerstone of my team. Because if I was battling online, because it was just so. I would pull him out, and he'd be able to counter most things, but because most people didn't have like a fighting type, they weren't able to, deal a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And he had a great special attack, so.
Porygons have always been pretty good in versus battles, though. I mean,
And he gives tons of Japanese children.
See, that's the reason why. That's the reason why. Because not only can he defeat the Pokemon, he can also defeat the trainer.
yeah. Fighting Seizure Mon.
It's like that episode of The Simpsons. Oh, hey, it's that Japanese cartoon that gave everybody seizures. Let's watch. And then they just roll on the floor.
Wasn't it actually like Pikachu's attack or something in that?
Yeah, it was.
By Porygon?
It was. It was Pikachu attacking a missile.
So what you're saying is Cabinet and I need to team up. I'll use Raichu, he'll use Porygon Z, and we'll just defeat everyone with seizures.
We won't stop at Japan because they're evolved. We like literally destroy the whole world.
Exactly.
So in other words, I believe there's a new episode of Pokemon coming on in television in next while Pikachu evolves and Team Rocket get a Porygon Z. You should all tune in, every last one of you. Right.
Yes, tune in and enjoy.
But what's yours, Recon, then?
Mine is Ditto, actually.
I really wish you could have went second or something, because I could have just went, oh yeah, Ditto for me too.
Ditto, even though he's like it is the whore of the Pokemon world.
It really is.
According to the anime, it can become other things than just Pokemon. Like, it became a canon at one point, and it became a picture, but I would totally use that as just basically my companion Pokemon, because it's like, oh, I have to get over this cliff. I have to get past this tree. I don't have the ability to. I don't have the TM or the HM that lets me use Cut. Ditto, become a chainsaw. Okay. I know that's a bit too mechanically difficult. Just become some garden shears. Become a sword. It's like, oh, I can't get over this cliff edge. Become a stepladder, or I don't know, just an inclined plane.
A stepladder. How could I get off this cliff? I know, a stepladder. This cliff will surely be 2 steps down.
I need to get across this water, but I don't have swim. Just become a small boat.
Ditto, become the Golden Gate Bridge.
It would just make my journey so much easier starting off.
And then when you're finally done, you retire him to the daycare and just whore him out.
Yeah.
I would catch another one and whore that one out.
I'd always give my Ditto a funny name, like Ass. So every time I'd come back to the daycare, they'd be like, "Oh, it's you. Your ass has grown a lot."
Why did you say that?
There's some really good like jokes you can make with that. Like, I know I've seen images like, if you want your family back, it'll cost you 2,000 Pokédollars. If you want, would you like us to take your virginity for you? And all those kind of things. Like, some of them are really inventive, like. And with that, I think we can move on to our last question then, from Dave on the forums. Top 5 movies or films?
Okay.
That's a difficult one.
I said it to these guys before the podcast started, but I don't think I've watched enough to even like compile it. I don't watch a lot of television or movies. Well, I watch a good few movies, but they're bad ones. So
yeah, for me, what makes a really great film isn't necessarily just how good or how much acclaim it really got. It's all about watchability. If I can rewatch that film a million times, then I think it's a good movie. And I don't know what order I'd put them in exactly, but for one thing, the Evil Dead films is definitely on my list.
Oh yeah.
The two Escape from films, Escape from New York and Escape from LA. I'd put Scott Pilgrim versus the World on that list because I really enjoyed the hell out of that movie. Probably also Zombieland.
That's 6. That's 6. No, you're ruining it.
It's not 6. I was counting them as series, you know.
Oh
It's-
well.
it's
Okay,
the Escape
okay.
from
You get
series and
you
the-
get around this one, Rick.
For now.
I don't know. I mean, this film. Okay. Probably, and this is kind of a obscure one. The live-action GTO movie.
GTO.
Yeah, Great Teacher Onizuka, which was
right.
an anime series, and they did a live-action film that I just really loved. It was ridiculous.
I thought you were talking about Grand Theft Auto for a second.
Yeah, that's. I was like, what could be Grand Theft? No, Gran Turismo. No. I don't know why, but for some reason, the first thing that came into my head was the Dead or Alive film, the live action one of that. That was another really bad film, but it wasn't. It's not Space Buddies or.
Dragon
I-
Wars.
Did I tell you about that I know I told Recon about this. I was we were watching that film and like I was doing my usual thing, like we were doing our usual thing. Excuse me. We were joking about, laughing at it, but there was just this one person, and she was like, "Oh, this is the best film ever, and I don't care what anybody says," and blah blah blah, and she would like, she had the movie off by heart. I'm not even joking. She was like reciting lines from it.
From what movie?
The Dead or Alive film.
Oh.
And she was like, "Oh," and I was like, "You really don't like?" I was actually being serious. You really don't like this film, do you? Like, how can you? It's really bad by anybody's standards. And then she jumped me. So then I just picked her up and just because I have a bad leg, and she jumped on me. Right? I was standing up at the time. She jumped on me. I can barely hold my own weight up. So I just went okay and dropped her. Like I didn't throw her. I just she just dropped her. And then I was the big, dick, because like, why did I drop her, Like, why? It's like, she jumped on me, I was starting up, I had a bad leg, I was going to fall and hurt us both anyway. Oh.
So, killing one bird with one stone.
Yes.
What about
Oh,
you, Recon? What's on your list?
I honestly don't even know. I have such weird taste in movies. Like, I'll like a movie for a while, and then I'll move on to another movie and totally forget that movie.
Mm.
I think the Postal movie, as horrible
God,
as it is, I think it was pretty funny.
that movie was so horrible.
I just remember watching it with John St. John at MagFest last year, and we were all making fun of it.
Drop
It
a
was hard to
name.
make fun of that movie, though. It was making fun of itself the whole time. I mean, it was bad.
I'm not name dropping Cabinet. I mean, that's the first time I really ever saw it was when he did this event,
I know, I'm just taking the test.
and it was just And I recently left like a thing on his wall on Facebook saying, it's like, because of you, every time I see your name, I think of Dave Foley's penis. Because Dave Foley was one of the actors in that movie, and he does like a full frontal nude scene, and it's just now I'm forever scarred, and I'll always remember that as it being John St. John's fault.
So what you're saying is that's the real reason why you couldn't play through Duke Nukem Forever.
Yes. Every time he did a line, I couldn't think. All I thought about was
And that, like the opening, like the intro, just like I'm back, and you're like, no, Venus is back.
It's like, is it any good, Duke? After 12 fucking years, it better be. Dave Foley's penis, Dave Foley's penis.
I've got balls of steel and Dave Foley's penis.
Dave Foley's penis.
Oh my god. Oh, that.
I'm forever scarred for life now.
Da, 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 da. Penis. What? Well.
Good times.
Have you got anything else like you want to say, like about the films or whatever?
Not really. I mean, I can't think of, like, a lot of Mystery Science Theater 3000 episodes are long enough to be movies, and there's some of those that I could just watch, like, again and again and again.
Yeah.
But I really don't have any favorite movies that I could recommend to people.
As long as you don't say Kick-Ass, we'll be fine.
I like Kick-Ass.
I hate that movie so much.
As long as you don't say Space Buddies, we'll be fine.
Scary Buddies is my favorite. And
of course, I mean,
the Scary Buddies Kick-Ass crossover.
God.
The puppies are helping Kick-Ass defeat some.
What's weird is I think that would almost make those two movies better. Because I mean, you probably have Hit Girl just shooting up all the puppies and.
And meanwhile, like people are getting like, oh my god, they're killing puppies, and I'm just like shedding tears of joy.
It's okay. It's okay, Cabinet. It's a movie. You're like, oh, it's so wonderful.
Like the buddies bite those two other guys, those two other heroes, and they both get rabies and die.
Everybody wins.
Yep. Should just end with the entire planet exploding.
But all the good films are like out in space now.
Yeah.
Like Jason X and Supernova.
Supernova. No, that's I was thinking of Sunlight, wasn't it?
Twilight?
Sunshine.
Oh, Sunshine! I really like that movie.
It had the guy who played as the Scarecrow in Batman Begins.
Yeah.
The only reason why I know that is because he's Irish, and every chance the papers get, they splash him over every page, like saying, "Oh."
See, I really loved that movie until I watched Pandorum, and then I forgot about it.
I've never seen. I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good as far as like, it was interesting and it kept me watching, which is something a lot of films I see can't really do. If I could watch a film on my own, I think it's a good film. Is what I'm trying to say. A lot of films I can't watch unless I'm with friends. I mean,
right.
I can't because I have to be talking or so I'm just one of those people. Not in the cinema. I can watch a film in the cinema, but if we're watching it on DVD, I have to laugh and I have to make jokes about it because, why in the hell not?
I have to make jokes if I'm at the movies. Yeah. I have to.
That's what. Have you seen? Yeah, like Captain America. You've seen that Cabinet. I took Rick to go see it, and there was a bit.
God,
we're huge Kamen Rider fans, and there was like when they do the Hail Hydra salute. It looks exactly like what they do in Kamen Rider when the Shocker troops will do their salute. So when they do it, they go ee. So when they did it in Captain America, I went ee, and Rick was like, he didn't get it at first, and then it hit him, and he was just like, oh, and he started laughing like crazy.
I couldn't stop laughing the entire film. It was that bad.
I thought it was a pretty good film. Now I will say.
Oh no,
just that joke I made.
Yeah. Oh right, I thought you meant like the film as a whole.
Oh no. My only complaint with that film was too many montages. I mean, I liked it, but
yeah. The one thing that sticks out in my mind now that you mention it about like Captain America, like the US shows that went on for a bit too long. You know, it's like
I see. I liked that. That was amusing.
no, it was nice, but if it was cut like 2 minutes before, it should have ended, I would have liked it a lot more.
But see, when they get to the montages where they're going around destroying the different Hydra bases, and you just see Red Skull just going, "Arr!" And
Yeah, you foiled my plans again.
Person. Oh, but yeah, I can't really go into theaters either because I will make horrible jokes. Like back when I was dating the whore who shall not be named, she's a big Pixar fan, and we go see I think a premiere of Up at some theater that was I think
I think I know what's going to be coming on. I haven't even seen the film, but I know what you're going to be making a joke of now.
Well, no, I was just making like jokes, and she was always hitting me, elbowing me in the ribs every time I would make a joke. And it was like, it's like at a premiere, I think at that, I don't know if that's actually where the Disney people have their premieres for certain things, but
yeah.
And any Pixar movie, she was a big fan of the Miyazaki films, and I would make fun of those too. She hated me so much. It probably explains a lot, but it's like I cheated on you because you made fun of my favorite movies.
You don't like Up, do you not? Guess I'll just have to take my revenge out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go have sex with a midget because you didn't like my favorite movies. It's totally justifiable.
Did Pixar make Toy Story? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, you could easily make a bad joke about Woody.
That's too easy.
Buzz! Well, I got a Woody.
What films now myself?
We are kind of going a bit over. We got it.
Yeah. Well, I'll sum up. The last film that I watched that really stuck out in my head was The King's Speech. Because it was going into about George the something. I know it was George. I think it was George. But after Edward the whatever, I can't remember again, abdicated, and it was going on about him, about his stutter and whatever. And I thought it was mostly well done. I didn't like how they painted. Of course, they had to get some sort of antagonist in. They couldn't just have a guy coming over a stutter. So they made Edward the antagonist, the insult. He was insulting him the whole time, and all this kind of stuff. So I didn't like that because it got to a point where it's just okay, this is a bit stupid now. When's he going to grow a mustache and start twirling it? But I thought it was pretty good because history and all that, and that's my thing.
No.
So let me tell you about Ireland during the rule of. Another good film I watched recently, a comedy with horrible bosses, and I thought that was really, really funny.
I haven't seen that yet. I was kind of interested in that one.
It's well worth a watch. It was brilliantly good. It's just you start the laughs begin about 2 minutes in, and they don't stop until the end.
Nice.
Which was great. I saw that in theaters when it came out, and I saw that a week after I saw Hangover 2, which was by all means not good at all.
No, not surprised.
It's
it was Hangover 1 in Bangkok.
Of course.
Lance' favorite city.
I like the Christopher Nolan Batman films as well, I guess. Batman Begins and that. I'm looking forward to Dark Knight Rises.
Okay.
I reserved it. Gotham or Arkham City.
Yeah.
The video game?
Yeah.
Yep.
You get the Batman, the animated skin.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
The animated films were pretty funny. Well, no, sorry, not. They're pretty good. I remember that again. Me and my friends were joking around watching them.
We gotta go, you guys. We're really over.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
We'll maybe keep this up next week.
Yeah, we can continue on. That was only half the question, so we can do the Oh, sorry, I wrote movies and films. Excuse me, I should have wrote a television series or something.
Oh
I
yeah.
was looking at that and I was like, oh, what's the difference?
Look, I was rushed. I wrote it in like 5 minutes, and you were feeding me wrong information too. So
I was doing it on purpose though.
You bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can finish up now then.
I really don't know what to say now. Well, I guess follow us on Twitter. I usually don't like plugging things, but I'm told I'm supposed to.
Well, yeah, because like if you want to submit questions, I mean,
Yeah, it's PX, or is it Pokemon X Podcast or PX?
it's Pokemon X podcast.
Pokemon X Podcast at Twitter, and you can submit questions for Recon's Eye, Catnit, Rick. I don't know if Lance is ever going to be back, so
Lads hasn't even been on Twitter in the past while, and he's always on it. So that's how you know his computer's broke.
questions, topics.
Don't forget to check out lowlypenguins.com.
Pokemon Podcast brought to you by lowlypenguins.com. That's what this guy for. So yeah, see you guys next week. We'll be here, hopefully. I don't know. So that's all, you guys. It was nice. Thanks for listening to us.
Hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully you'll tune in next week.
See you guys. Hope you don't mind me popping in again.
No, I never mind you popping in. Wink, wink. But see you guys next week.
She blinded me with science.
Turkey balls pretty much does it for me.